Hi guys, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, today we are going to talk about business connections and the importance or the difference between being connected to somebody and actually having a connection with that person. And I am going to go on a little bit of a rant today because of something that just happened and something that's been happening for a couple of weeks, actually. But before we get started, I'm Lori Seitz. What I do is I work with business professionals who range anywhere from mildly apprehensive to completely terrified to walk into a room full of people they don't know and start a conversation. And the reason that starting those conversations is so important is because building business relationships is crucial to business success, whether you are running your own business or you're building a career working for someone else. And then I also help companies and organizations teach these same networking skills to their teams so that when their people go out to conferences, they can make the connections that they need to make. Simple as that. All right, so before I get really into my rant, if you are interested in improving your networking skills and building a networking strategy that works for you, check out How to Feel More Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. You can find the book at zenrabbit.com/book. Okay, here's what's got me fired up today. I I had a colleague ask me if I could get her an introduction to someone at an organization, and I have on through a business social media platform. And it turned out that this person that she wanted to reach and I had one mutual connection between us. And I sent an email asking if my connection could make an introduction for these two people. And it came back that the person I had made that request of could not make the introduction. Now, I completely understand sometimes people are not comfortable making connections, or what I find happens more often is people are connected to people through social media, but they don't really know them. And so they can't make connections because they don't feel comfortable introducing somebody they don't know. They don't feel comfortable reaching out to someone they're connected to on social media, but don't really know, and saying, hey, I have somebody who wants to meet you. So what I was actually going to talk about this topic today anyway, and then this happened, so it's all perfect timing. But yesterday I actually saw a quote somebody posted on, I think it was on Facebook, something about about building connections versus just being connected. And that is so brilliant because there is a big difference. You can have a giant network of 1,500, 4,500, 10,000 connections on a social media platform, and that doesn't mean that you know any of them very well. There's a big difference between being connected to somebody on social media, having a Facebook friend or following someone on Instagram, and actually knowing that person, actually being able to sit down and have a cup of coffee, whether it's a virtual cup of coffee or actually sitting across from them in a coffee shop. It's so important when you are building business relationships to actually get to know the people. So here's something that I do on LinkedIn. Oh, before I tell you what that is, again, if you are interested in building business relationships and creating a networking strategy that works for you, check out the book, How to Feel Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. You can find it at www.zenrabbit.com/book. Okay, so when I am connecting with people on social media, specifically on one of the business social media platforms, and I get a request to connect, and I don't know the person, I send back a quick message that says, hey, thanks for connecting with me. Help me remember how I know you or why you want to connect, because I would love to be of service and I want to make sure that I can do that. So, and then I send that back. Now, probably, I'd say maybe 50, 60% of the time, I don't get any response. And guess what? I don't connect. But the other half of the time, I do get some kind of response. And a lot of times we end up on the phone or on a video conference call, really finding out a little bit more about each other's businesses so that we can be of service to each other. That's what building these business relationships is all about. And then when I get a request, can I make an introduction to somebody? I am easily and happily able to do that. Also, the other thing that helps me be able to do is proactively make connections with people. I don't necessarily have to wait for someone to ask me to introduce them to somebody. I can say, oh, you know what? I was just talking to so-and-so, and I think she would be a great connection for you. Let me put you two in touch. In fact, that just happened a few weeks ago, and I was able to make a connection between, or an introduction between two people that I know, and they were able to connect, and I think they're going to be doing some business together. So that's really cool. I love being able to do that, and that's really one of the beautiful things about social media, being able to connect with people all over the world. But like I said, it's not just about being connected to somebody. It's actually having a connection with somebody. All right. Again, this is all the great kinds of information that you can find in my book, How to Feel Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. You can find it at www.zenrabbit.com/book. What else did I want to tell you? That's really it. I highly encourage you to not just connect with people, but to really make connections with people. It doesn't take that much time, and it is so, so valuable. All right, leave some comments if you found this information valuable to you and to your networking efforts. Go ahead and give me a like, a love, share this video with someone else who can use this information, and let's start making connections with people. Please, can we please make connections that are more meaningful than just I have 5,000 friends or 15,000 connections or followers. Let's have some meaningful conversation, okay? All right, take care. See you tomorrow. And again, www.zenrabbit.com/book if you want more tips and strategies on how to improve your networking. All right, take care. See you next time.